Hi, this is Elkin, and welcome back to my channel. Well, we finally got a response from Governor Kathy Hochul of New York about Trump and the administration pulling the plug on congestion pricing, which happened early today. I'm not sure they're still collecting the $9 toll or not. They sent it a letter, and I don't know. But the Trump administration said that they're going to stop this because they're not in favor of it. So Kathy Hochul comes up, and this is what she said. I don't know if she was talking to Newsmax or not, but this is where it's from. By Michael Katz. It says New York Governor rips Trump on toll move, and this is what she said, quote, "We are not ruled by kings." Last I checked, I don't think there's any redcoats running around in the United States anywhere. But then back then there were the colonies, so there was no United States. They don't even call it the United Colonies. So New York Democrat Governor Kathy Hochul took a swipe Wednesday at President Donald Trump. Usually she swipes a MetroCard, maybe an Army card. I don't know. Praise for his administration pulling federal approval of the congestion pricing plan that began on January 5th in parts of Manhattan. In a Truth Social post, shortly after the U.S. Department of Transportation Highway Division pulled the plug on the toll plan, Trump wrote, "Congested pricing is dead, Manhattan, and all the New Yorkers say, long live the king." The last part of Trump's post apparently struck a nerve with Hochul. She says, "We're a nation of laws, not ruled by a king," she said in a statement. I think she may he meant to say the car is king, not him. The MTA, Metropolitan Transportation Authority, has initiated legal proceedings in the Southern District of New York to preserve this critical program. We'll see you in court. So Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy criticized the toll plan by saying it leaves drivers without any free highway alternative and instead takes more money from working people to pay for a transit system and not highways. The toll range from $4.50 for motorcycles to $9 for passenger vehicles and up to $21.60 for large trucks that enter zones south of 60th Street in Manhattan. This is on top of toll drivers paying for crossing various bridges and tunnels to get to the city, although there was a credit up to $3 for those who pay to enter Manhattan through certain tunnels during peak hours. We were not aware of that. Public transit is the lifeblood of New York City and critical to our economic future as New Yorkers, like President Trump knows very well, Hochul said. Since this is the first in the nation program took effect last month, congestion has dropped dramatically and commuters are getting to work faster than ever. Railway shows are selling out and foot traffic at local businesses is spiking. School buses are getting kids to class on time and yellow cabs trips increased by 10%. Transit ridership is up. Drivers are having a better experience and supporting for this program growing every day. Of course, Newsmax said they reached out to the White House for comment. But the thing is, you got to remember this congestion pricing nonsense. Yes, it was in the books for a long time. They put the hardware in. It was supposed to start at the end of June. But then what happened on the way to that startup? The Trump trial ended with 34 convictions. And Joaquin Jeffries was worried about losing House seats in New York in the upcoming election. Told Governor Kathy Hochul to, to temporarily suspend the program, which was at then $15 a car at the time. And she did. And she got backlash for it. So after the election, when the Republicans weren't able to take advantage and lost some seats to the Democrats, then they decided they're going to put back the congestion pricing. And around January 5th, at a reduced price, congestion pricing made its debut. Now, we don't know all the information yet on if businesses were benefiting or hurting from this. Despite what she says, everything's not rosy when it comes to this. Got to remember, yes, even if the ridership was up on the subway, remember the subways is still having problems because bad service, crime, and they tried to make believe that the crime wasn't happening. I mean, the NTA chairman and CEO was saying, "Oh, the crime is all in your imagination." So I suppose that lady was getting burned to death on that F train in Coney Island was in our imagination, right? Well, if it was in imagination, then why you have more and more National Guard down the subway? Why you have more police on the subway? The only reason why we're not hearing much of the crime now in the subway isn't because of what Kathy Hochul was doing. It's because what somebody in the White House was doing. Deporting some of the worst elements of the illegal aliens that were in New York City back to their home countries, and all of a sudden it's gone quiet. Now, unless a homeless person was causing problems, not a peep. But New Jersey was happy about this, and Phil Murray tweeted a response thanking the president for stepping in and killing this program. And the thing is, the congestion pricing was going to help transit employees anyway. It's not like we were going to make money off of this. They were going to make money off of this. They wanted to buy new electric buses. No offense, but we just had a couple of bus companies, I think one actually, that was making school buses went out of business. I'm not saying that the people making electric buses are going to go out of business or anything, but they had a bus system in Washington, D.C. that was all electrical buses, and they went out of business. They couldn't afford the hardware. So then here he is. You wanted to buy electric buses. You have to put more electrical hardware there. And the problem is, what I don't like about the electric buses is if you have an emergency, you have to evacuate New York. Whether it's been an earthquake, a hurricane, or a problem with a nuclear power plant up in Westchester, and those buses are not ready to go, you got to leave them there. It's totally useless. That's what happened in California with Los Angeles. A lot of people couldn't use their cars because some of them had EVs. That wasn't charged up and they couldn't use them. Or if you're stuck in traffic trying to evacuate, you lose the juice. You can't use it. No, I don't think it was a great idea to do that. In fact, people don't realize this. What the Westchester bus line, the B line, the NTA wanted to take over it. They were never successful in taking over because of the situation with that nuclear power plant in Westchester. They said there was an emergency. They needed buses to evacuate. If the MTA were to take over the B line and there was an emergency, where are all those buses at? In Manhattan. Not in Westchester. They already had 7 bus lines that they took over. They didn't want to be number 8. Sorry. Not sorry. So no. So basically, the MTA is up a creek without a paddle right now. We'll see what's going to happen in court. Sal Kennedy saying so long for now. Don't forget to stop.